I'm going to show you how we gather user analytics using Arnie's to basically see how well our posts are performing over the past few months directly from Arnie's with just a few prompts. So the cool thing about Arnie's is, and I love this about Arnie's, is you are able to connect to any integration, any API, just by speaking to our Copilot. Basically, one single prompt, I've asked to look, I want you to get all my LinkedIn posts and see if there's any compounding effect, if my content is actually effectively growing. And it was able to scrape all the posts. If I go here, so it created the table, and it pushed the table into another table. It pushed the posts into another table. And what's just happened is, as you can see here, what we can see is it's identifying all the posts from the past few months. It's got the reaction, the comments, even the impressions. And what it's done is it's created these queries right here, which is basically, it's SQL. It looks at the data and it tries to identify over the past few months, are we growing? What's the average comments? What's the average reactions? Is there any actual growth happening? And if I actually take a look at here, we can see that we are not really growing that much. So it's just told me right here, reach impressions is erratic, not compounding. Okay, best months were March and June, and volume isn't the problem. The ceiling is distribution. Most posts land in the 100 to 300 impression range. And I'm going to ask it specifically, okay, so how do I improve the posts? How do I actually, how do we use this data to basically get more engagement, get more impressions? What are we doing wrong? So I need you to identify any trends or patterns you can see here. How do we improve the post? How do we get more engagement? So now what Arnie's is going to do is it's going to identify trends and patterns with the posts that it scraped. And by the way, we didn't create any code. We didn't do any coding here ourselves. Arnie's is the one that's basically done all the code itself, and we didn't need to merge to GitHub. We didn't need to create a repository. We didn't need to create an application. Everything is done inside the app itself. What I can see here is the most common thread of all your top performers: personal failure / confession openers. My first 100 got 0 replies. Comments correlated with reach more than reactions do. Your Feb quit our jobs post got 8 comments off only 330 impressions. Conversations, not likes, is your leverage. Reposts are dead weight. Your repost got 0 impressions. How to get more engagement? The bottleneck is not posting volume. Okay, it's more posts die in. It's that more posts die in the 100 to 300 impression range. To fix that, lead with personal stake stories, not tip lists. Every one of your breakout posts started with a confession. This kept me up at night. Engineer comments in the first hour. End post with a real question. Reply to every comment fast. Your highest comment post punched far above its reach. LinkedIn reads early comments as a strong signal. So as you can see here, Arnie is actually giving me insight on the data, on the posts that we've created that are very useful. I can actually just feed this to Claude Code, and anytime we create more content, it will use these insights to make sure that any content that we do create actually follows the trend, actually follows the pattern. Okay, so we've used the data to identify what works and what doesn't with Arnie's with one single prompt. Now we can just feed this to my Claude Code system, which creates the content, and from now on, the content that's getting generated will actually perform much better. Just a quick recap on how to do that. How do you connect Unipal to Arnie's? For any integration you want to connect with, you just need to ask Arnie's, I want you to connect with X integration. It's actually already connected to Composio, and Arnie's is able to connect to 1,500 integrations. So off the get-go, it already has connections to 1,500 plus providers. Whether it's Calendly, whether it's Zoom, whether it's ClickUp, Arnie's can already connect to those different integrations. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to press connect to Calendly, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to connect to Calendly right now. Okay, so I'm just going to log in, connect to Calendly. I've connected my own Calendly account within literally 20 seconds directly to Arnie's.